My name is Armand Marchand, and I am the executive producer of the New Bedford Festival Theater. This has been a time of transition for us at New Bedford Festival Theater, and I will be shortly stepping down. As a matter of fact, after next summer's season in 2019, I will indeed be stepping down from this position of executive producer. The decision to make that kind of a move has been helped for me to make that decision because I actually was put in the position to choose my successor, which doesn't happen very often in many not-for-profit organizations. And I am very happy to announce a person I've known for a long, long time and has made a major mark in the theater world, but I've known her since she was in high school, and she was a former student of mine and a former performer. And that person sitting to my right is Wendy Hall.
Hello.
And Wendy Hall has been retained, her services at this point, to be associate producer. Ultimately, she will step up to be executive producer. But the here and the now is that we are producing a major production of West Side Story. And it's interesting because I have had experience with 3 other West Side Stories before this production. And Wendy has, how many of you had, Wendy?
I have been involved with 5 different productions of West Side Story. And I also was the director choreographer in the year 2000 for New Bedford Festival Theater's production of West Side Story. So it is a show that is near and dear to my heart, and I'm so excited to be stepping into the associate producer role on this show because it's a show I know. I feel comfortable with it, and of course, having Armand lead the way to teach me the ropes is just an amazing thing. I feel that West Side Story is one of the most iconic pieces in all of musical theater. The dancing, married with the choreography, married with the book, is just a trio of things that is unequaled. It is definitely more than the sum of its parts. And because the movie is so iconic, everybody knows West Side, even if you're not a huge theater buff. I feel like if you say West Side Story to anybody, they're gonna either say, I want to be in America, or keep it cool, boy. It has touched everybody in a way, and sometimes they don't even realize it. So the fact that we can do that, perform such an iconic piece, and we have, our choreographer has reproduced the original Jerome Robbins choreography, step by step, and it's beautiful. We are beyond lucky to be able to present that to the New Bedford community.
My name is Taylor Wright. I'm playing Riff in West Side Story here at the Zeiterion. This is my 3rd season with New Bedford Festival Theater. I'm from Dallas, Texas. I live in New York City. I have been performing for about 10 years now, and I've been performing professionally for probably the last 5. And really excited to do this production and have another show to do here at New Bedford. It's been a lot of fun so far.
This territory, and it's ours. But with the cops serving as cover, those PRs can move in right under our noses and take it away, unless we speed fast and clean them up in one all-out fight. Rumble, jump, jump!
Riff is the leader of the Jets. In the show you see a group of Puerto Ricans, the Sharks, and a group of also immigrant folks that are not necessarily people of color, but they are also immigrants from all over Europe, and he leads the Jet pack of boys, and he is a kooky, crazy kind of guy, and he cares a lot for keeping up with the turf and the territory of the space, all the space that these people have. He is very good friends with Tony, who is the love interest of the show, with Maria, that you get to follow throughout the whole production. And he's kind of trying to get Tony back closer to where the Jets are. Tony is kind of drifting away from being with the pack of people, and he's trying to lead the group into owning more turf and taking more space and being able to claim more for their own.
You're never alone, you're never disconnected. You're home with your own. When company's expected, you're well protected. Then you are set with a capital J, which you'll never forget till they caught you away.
So Cool is one of the numbers that you get to see in the show that has the iconic Jerome Robbins choreography. You see Dance at the Gym, you see Officer Krupke, you see all these numbers that are like are dance centric, but one of the main ones, one of my favorite ones is Cool. It comes up on the boys getting ready to fight, and they're really ready and anxious for this rumble, and they really want to win, and it starts to get a little off the rails, and so Riff tries to bring them back in by giving them a way to deal with this anger and a way to deal with this energy that they've got, and it ends up kind of coming down to just like a snap to like deal with all of this pressure and all of this energy and all of this like angst that's coming up. They have to channel it somewhere, and Riff kind of gives them a mode to transfer all of that energy into, and Jerome gave us a lot of really beautiful choreography to also pull all of that stuff together too. And it's not the easiest number to dance in the world, but it is definitely some of the most exciting choreography to get to perform and get to do.
Hi, I'm Zuzu. I play Anybodyes in New Bedford Festival Theater's West Side Story, and I'm from New York City.
Riff, how about me getting the gang now?
Oh, how about the gang getting in? Oh,
Anybodyes is an outcast. She longingly wants to be part of the Jets, and she wants to belong to a family, and she pretty much gets cast away by them because she's a girl. And she's very tomboy, and she doesn't fit in with the Jet girls. But she's very valuable to the Jets, and it's important for her to show that she's worth something and she's worth their time. And throughout the show, she proves herself.
Riff, and a text fucking every man.
No.
An American tragedy.
Is he gonna get it?
Who?
Hey, now when the victims get in, you chicks cut out.
We might. And then again, we might not.
I cut my hair off for the role. It was, at the time, I was very upset about it because I was trying to grow up my hair, and I decided I really need to fit into this character and what she goes through. And I was originally going to wear a wig, and I felt like that wasn't enough. That wasn't enough as an actor for me to understand what she was going through. You know, she wants to be a boy, and how do you do that but transform yourself by chopping off your hair? So I cut off my hair, and I remember at the audition I was the only one with the short hair, and I completely felt like my character, I feel a great part of my heart belongs to her, and I will always keep her with me because she's taught me about strength and loyalty and how she doesn't give up, and they finally accept her because she's proven herself, and she's trustworthy, and she saves someone. So that really means something to me and her character as well. I grew up as a dancer, so most of my performance experience has been mainly dance, and I've worked with amazing choreographers throughout my early teens, and recently I just transferred over to musical theater, and it's become a love of my life. It's been a combination of dancing and singing and acting, and it's amazing, and I couldn't wish for anything better in the world.